Hi, my name's Kat, and today I played with the Morphe 35O palette, and if you're like, now you get my Morphe palette? But I mean, I just never got around to it. I have the 35S and the 35O, and the 35O is obviously what I use today. You can probably tell if you've seen the palette before ever. Just in case you're wondering, I used this one. I used this one, these golds, and this highlight shade, and one of these browns, maybe this one. So we'll get into that soon. So I liked it, spoiler alert, I liked it, and I will definitely be using it again. And one more thing, I've decided to do a check-in later, because I watched a few videos where they said that the colors kind of fade, so here is it now. I'll do a little zoomy zoom, and then I'll be back later. Right now it is almost 10, it's almost 10 a.m. so mention my sunburn just because I don't know, I feel like my viewfinder takes like pinks and reds and makes them look really intense, so it might not look as bad on like your screen that you're watching this, but in my viewfinder it looks really bad, and it's not that bad in real life, so don't think that I'm like dying or anything. I'm fine. So I got these in the mail yesterday, the 35O and the 35S, and if you follow me on Snapchat you would know that. So here's the 35S, which I'm actually really excited about. Like, I was looking at it online and I was like, like, I only got this one because it was $15. So I'm gonna just hold it up here for a second, and if you have any colors you want me to use, like if you have similar colors in your collection, or if you want to see something with certain shadows, I'm just gonna leave it here for a second so you can pick some shadows if you have any requests based around this palette. And one thing I noticed is that these get my fingerprints on them really easily, which is honestly fine by me. It's just something to mention. So I've done all my makeup besides like my eyes and lips, and let's just take a moment to look at this. And this one is obviously really popular, so if you have any requests on certain colors to use on this, you can just like look up a picture of it. You could look up a picture of the 35S too. I just thought it might be convenient to hold it up here. Okay, so I'm just gonna start. For a transition shade, I'm gonna use this one, which is on the far left in the middle. Okay. I'm actually filming in the morning. I usually film in the afternoon. Let's see what time it is. It's 9:30 in the morning. Okay, so there's a little bit of transition shade happening, and that was easy peasy. So now I'm going to go in with another color. I'm just going to take a warm brown, maybe the one that is in like very center of the palette. This one. Might even fluff an orange into the crease. I'm going to take the one that's on the very far right, second row down. Okay. I mean, it's definitely doing the job. I feel like with that last step I did kind of get rid of some of the initial work I did. So I'm just going to get a little bit more of that. And I think I'm gonna pick up a gold. I'm not sure which one. Maybe this one? If you can tell where that is. Right there. I feel like it's not really my favorite. I'm gonna go in with this really intense shimmery copper shade that's in the very bottom right. I just used my brush for that. I didn't even swatch that with my finger. So that's pretty good. And then I'm gonna go in with the gold that's in like the top middle. It's a little bit darker than the first one I used. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do a little bit of lower lash line work. And I'm just gonna pick up like the deepest orange. It's the third one down on the bottom, or not on the bottom, on the right column. Does that make sense? Looks like that. Ooh. I feel like this is on par with like Urban Decay Electric Palette, like Slow Burn. But now I'm just gonna take the same brush and then the top middle gold. I'm gonna basically go over it. So I have some fallout. I feel like my makeup did not, or my skin didn't turn out very nice today. I think I used too much concealer. Okay, I'm going to put something darker on this eye. I'm gonna pick up the middle color again I used in the crease. I'm going to get a darker brown, maybe this one, that one. It's on the very bottom row, third one over. So now I'm going to pick up my transition shade one more time. To pick up my gold again. Then pick up that copper. And the third color in the palette, which is right here, which is more pinky than a lot of other stuff in here. Maybe a peachy. So there's the eye look. I'm going to run and do some liner and lashes and a lip, and I will be right back. So here I am with quick liner, a little bit of mascara, and this purple lip, which is ColourPop Koala, just over like a $1 lip liner. And I really like the outcome. I feel like I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of the quality, because it's one of those things where YouTubers get commission codes and people are like, these are so amazing. And I've heard a lot of people say, like, for the money, they're the best you can get. Like, getting 35 shadows for 20 some dollars is like an amazing deal, and so these are the best that you can get while spending less than $1 per shadow, like that kind of thing. Like, people were kind of making excuses for it. Not really excuses, but just saying that like for the money, for the price, because it's only 20 bucks. So it kind of made me think, are they just not that good? But I feel like it's pretty good. But overall, I do like it. If you're into the color selection, I would say, you know, pick up a Morphe palette. Why not? So, just one more time, I also want to remind you that I have the 35S, and I will do looks with it, but if you have any certain colors you want me to use in either palette, just let me know, and I will get right on that. I'm really excited to get more use out of these. I will definitely be reaching for them a lot for several months to come. And in other news, I did a little bit of brow maintenance today before I filmed, and I'm really happy. I think I made a little bit of change for the better, and I'm really, I don't know, you might not tell a difference at all, but I just kind of took some stuff off here just to kind of get the shape where I want it, and I'm feeling it. So enough brow talk. I will check in a little bit to see how it looks, and then I will give my final first impression. So see you soon. Bye bye. So I'm back, and the lighting is different. It's 4:30, and I would wait until later to film the check-in, but it's starting to storm a little bit, so that's why the lighting's not as bright as normal. But I have my mirror light down here, so when I do the close-ups, hopefully the lighting is similar to what it was this morning. All in all, I like the palette, and I feel like I will definitely get use out of it. I don't know if I would travel with it, just because you know, it's big. My 35S palette, a few of the shadows didn't seem very in there. I don't know, they almost seemed like looser on the edges. So my first impression of the palette is that it's good, and I like it, and I think the colors are pretty, and I think it'd be really easy to work it into, you know, my routine. Personally, I feel like I will use this probably a lot for my neutral looks, just because it's easy and it has a lot in there, so you can just do your look and go on with it. As far as freshness goes, you can decide for yourself. Let me know how you feel about the look, about the palette, about whatever, and I'll see you next time. Stay tuned for more videos with the 35O and the 35S, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Zoom back in. Sorry.
I keep saying the same thing over and over again.